check, 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 check. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to B'nai Israel. And it's a very special night. We are celebrating several things. One of them is included in that celebration is the naming of Lily Sleepoy. She's going to get her Jewish Hebrew name. So we're looking forward to that and being part of that. And I'm joined tonight by Michaela and their lovely voices, and they are going to be singing with you, and they really are hoping that you're going to be there for them, right? We are going to open with Shalom Aleichem, where we're going to greet the angels, Shalom Aleichem, and we are going to teach you around. And we're going to have a fairly simple part in the round, and then they're going to do other things. But it's going to be lovely, and we will teach it to you right now, starting with, page 142, I believe, is the And we're going to just go over the beginning of the round, the first 4 lines, I think. No, actually, it's probably the first line. So you don't have a lot of words. You have a little bit of, a couple of different melodies. So, ready? Okay, here's the first line. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Try it. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Second piece of that is shalom, shalom aleichem. Try that. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Okay, last part of it is shalom, shalom aleichem. That's a little trickier, but let's try it. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Okay, and we are going to start, and then they are going to follow. It's a round. That's what happens in rounds. Okay, so we're going to start. 1, 2, ready, go. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Don't let them confuse you. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom aleichem. And we're starting again. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom aleichem. We're starting again. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Shalom, shalom aleichem. Shabbat shalom. That was beautiful.
A lovely sound, Shabbat Shalom. We turn to page 120 for Hadlakat HaNerot, Kindling the Lights of Shabbat. Sharon Goldman leads us this evening in candle lighting, page 120. Amen.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign universe, who follows us with his boat, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Please join. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech
Thank you. We turn to page 138. We continue welcoming Shabbat, L'chadodi. We sing the first, the second, and then on page 139, the last verse of L'chadodi.
And the choir may be singing this, but it's the very familiar tune. So please help fill up the sanctuary with beautiful sound.
Turn to page 146. For those who are able, we rise for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
On page 149, we read in English the second reading on the page. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. Page 151, the second reading we read together.
wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works, and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Page 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Vaed.
Please be seated. Page 154. We join together with Linda in the Ve'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam ha'am b'shivtecha b'vetecha uv'lektecha b'derek u'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yodecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mizuzot betecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kiddushim le'Elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihyot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
I read on the bottom of page 156. When your children witnessed your dominance, they praised your name in gratitude, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices joyously. Mi Chamocha will be found on page 158.
Ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya da 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 da, ya bum bum bim bum, ya da 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 da, ya bum bum bim bum. Mi chamocha b'alim Adonai, mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh, norati lo rosefele, norati lo rosefele. Ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bum, ya bum bum bim bum, ya da 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 da, ya bum bum bim bum, ya da 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 da, ya bum bum bim bum. Malchutecha rahu baneka, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe. Zeli, Zeli, Anu ve'ameru, Adonai Yimloch Leolam Vahed. Ya bum bum bim bim bam, ya bum bum bim bum, ya bum bum bim bim bam, ya bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya bum bum bim bum, ya die 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 die, ya bum bum bim bum.
Praised are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Page 161. We read together in English at the top of the page. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Bochat Adonai, Pasukat Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Amo Yisrael Va'al Yerushalayim. On page 162, Yismechu, our second Hebrew paragraph down on the page.
All right. This is a slightly different melody, but we're really loving it, and I think you will like it too. It's very lively. It's kind of, it has a Hasidic feel to it, and it's very spirited. Yismechu b'malachutecha, Yismechu b'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Onik Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Onik Shabbat, Mikadashei, Makam Mikadashei Shavi, Shabbat, Kulam Yisbeu V'yetangu Mituvecha. Kulam Yisbeu V'yetangu Mituvecha. Yismechu v'malachutecha, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Onik Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Onik Shabbat, V'ish Hashvi Shabbat, V'tapa V'kidash Shabbat, 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 Zitapo V'kitash Shabbat, Chamdat Yamim Oto Karata, Zehel Mahaseh Bereshit, Chamdat Yamim Oto Karata, Zehel Mahaseh Bereshit, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Yismechu v'malachutecha, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Onik Shabbat, Shomrei Shabbat, V'korei Onik Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.
Page 164. For those who are able, we rise for the tefillah. We'll be chanting prayers beginning on page 164, continuing on the right-hand pages to page 170.
Adonai Sifata Tiftach Ufi Agi Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Velohei Avotem Ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh HaKol, Ve'zocher Chastevot Ve'imahot, Umevi Gula Lifnei B'nehem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, V'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atavrav Lehoshia, Mechalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berakamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofeh Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bagivurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Memi Tumechaye, Umazmi Al Yeshua, Benehemanata Lihayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. Mike Pence, Vladimir Putin, Emmanuel Macron, Prince Charles, King Felipe VI of Spain, and numerous other world leaders went to Jerusalem this week on the eve of the 75th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz to avow never again. Closer to home, but no less profound, our own Leah Linton made a strong impression on students at Nanawag High School today. The message was the same. The message was what Israel's President Reuven Rivlin expressed in his remarks as well. He said, I hope and pray that from this room the message will go out to every country on earth, that the leaders of the world will stand united together in the fight against racism, anti-Semitism, and extremism, in defending democracy and democratic values. This is the call of our time. Indeed, as the Torah teaches, this is the call for all time, explaining how hatred that begins with Jews never ends with Jews. At the gathering in Jerusalem, Yehuda Bauer, the Israeli historian and dean of Holocaust experts, told the assembled monarchs and chiefs of state that of the 35 million people killed in World War II, some 29 million were non-Jews who died, in large part because of the hatred of Jews. Anti-Semitism is not a Jewish illness, but a non-Jewish one. It is a cancer that kills and destroys your nations and your societies and your countries, he said. So there are, my friends, 29 million reasons for you to fight anti-Semitism, not because of the Jews, but to protect your societies from a deadly cancer. Don't you think that 29 million reasons are enough? We pray within this room, this sanctuary, and let the message go out for a time when all of Israel and all the world might know shalom, peace, and completeness. We sing Shalom Rav, page 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Ki otahu melech hador L'chol hashalom. Ki otahu melech hador L'chol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. V'tov b'necha livarech et amecha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tosim Leolam. Tosim Leolam. Tosim Leolam.
Silent prayer, page 180.
Shalom bimromav uyas.
Seder Kriyat Torah, our Torah service begins on page 366. For those who are able, please rise. Sydney, we invite you forward to open our ark.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo. Gadlu Adonai Iti Umeromima Shemo Yaktav Lecha Adonai Hagidula V'Hagibura V'Hatiferet V'Hanet V'Tzakahol Ki kol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz Ki kol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz Lecha Adonai hamalacha V'ani daseh lechol erosh Al shosha devarim, al shosha devarim, al shosha devarim, haolam omed. Al shosha devarim, al shosha devarim, al shosha devarim, haolam omed. Al haTorah v'Avodah v'Gemilut Chasadim. Al haTorah v'Avodah v'Gemilut Chasadim.
Allow me to paint the scene of the last verses I'll be reading this evening. It begins, the last verses begin. It says, Adonai spoke to Moses, "Come, speak to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that he send off the Israelites, that he set free the Israelites from his land." And Moses spoke before Adonai, saying, "Look, the Israelites did not listen to me. How will Pharaoh listen to me, and I am of closed lips," or the other translation of uncircumcised lips. And Adonai spoke to Moses and to Aaron, charged them regarding the Israelites and regarding Pharaoh, or saying, "Speak to the Israelites and speak to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring out the Israelites from the land of Egypt." What's happening is this. God asks Moses to speak to Pharaoh. This is to return for round 2, a second confrontation with Pharaoh. Round 1 didn't go so well for Moses. In response, Moses complains, "If Israel, my fellow Jews, won't listen, how will Pharaoh?" It's a good point, but in no way does it dissuade God. Instead, God replies, "Aaron will accompany you, and you are to speak to both Israel and to Pharaoh about bringing Israel out of Egypt." Concerning a remedy, God had also heard not only Moses' concern about his difficulty speaking, thus the reemphasized need for Aaron, but also Moses' uncertainty over his own standing with the Jewish people. God instructs Moses to go to Israel first prior to going to Pharaoh. Rabbi Shlomo ben Yitzchak, he's known as Rashi. He lived in Provence in France, 1040 to 1105 of the Common Era. And he summarizes Jewish teaching in this comment. He says, in speaking with Israel, in other words, Moses is to deal with gently and be patient. Moses to deal with gently and be patient with the Jewish people. In speaking with Pharaoh, speak to him respectfully. God tells Moses to be kind and patient with his people, to not give up, despair, or succumb to anger with them, to remain resolute. God's telling Moses it will take time with them. That we might expect. But notice Rashi's counsel regarding Pharaoh, to maintain civility. At one level, this is counterintuitive. After all, Pharaoh was cynical, unfeeling, corrupt, and murderous. To this day, his name Pharaoh readily is equated with obstinacy and wrongdoing. Still, says Rashi, be respectful. This week included commemorations for Dr. King, who likewise demanded the quest for justice and equality be grounded in dignity and decorum. And of course, this week features a Senate impeachment trial that's already testing the limits of civil discourse. For our part, may our first steps endeavor to buttress our own community. And then, like Moses and like Dr. King, when participating in the ongoing struggle for justice, we grasp the long game. And like Rashi's insistence, we deal with the pharaohs we encounter with respect and civility. Exodus begins, chapter 6, verse 2, begins our Torah portion, Va'era. It's found on page 420 of the Torah commentaries. Rabbi Silver's not here this evening, but it's the beginning of the portion if anybody's doing it on their iPhone or their iPad. And we invite forward Peggy and Jerry Klein for our Aliyah this evening.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamavarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamavarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai notein ha'torah.
Amen. Amen. V'gedaber Elohim el Moshe, and God spoke to Moses, Vayomer Elav, and said to him, Ani Adonai, I am Adonai, ve'era el Avraham, ve'el Yitzhak, ve'el Yaakov, ve'el Shaddai. And I made myself known to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob by the name El Shaddai. This is the God of the covenant. Ushmi Adonai lo nadati lahem. But by the fullness of my name Adonai, I did not make myself known to them. V'gam hakimoti et briti otam, and I also established my covenant with them, latet lahem et eretz Canaan, to give them the land of Canaan, et eretz megarehem, the land of their sojourns, asher garuva, in which they sojourned. V'gam ani shamati et na'akat b'nei Yisrael, and I have heard the cries of the children of Israel, asher mitzrayim avidim otam, whom the Egyptians oppress. Ve'ezkor et briti, and I have remembered my covenant. Lachen, therefore, emor livnei Israel, say to the children of Israel, Ani Adonai, I am Adonai. Ve'hotzeti etchem mitachat sivlot Mitzrayim, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. V'itzalti etchem me'avodatam, and I will rescue you from their slavery. Ga'alti v'galti etchem bizroa natuya, and I shall redeem you with an outstretched arm, uvashatim gedolim, and awesome wonders. V'lakachti etchem li la'am, and I will take you to be my people. Vayita lachem l'Elohim, and I will be your God. V'yadatem, and you shall know, ki ani Adonai, that I am Adonai, Elohechem, your God, hamotzi etchem mitachat sivlot Mitzrayim, who brings you out from the burdens of the Egyptians. Heveti etchem el haaretz, and I will bring you to the land, asher nasati et yadi, that I promised, latetota, to give it to Lavraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. V'natati ota lachem, and I give it to you, morasha, as an everlasting possession. Ani Adonai, I am Adonai. V'daber Moshe ken el b'nei Yisrael, and Moses said this to the children of Israel. V'lo shamu el Moshe, but they didn't listen to Moses. Mikotzer ruach, because of their agitated spirit, ume'avadah kasha, and their crushing burdens of slavery. V'yedaber Adonai el Moshe el Moshe lemor, and Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Bo daber el paro, come and speak to Pharaoh, Melech Mitzrayim, king of Egypt, v'yishlach et bnei Yisrael, that he should send forth the children of Israel, me'artzo, from his land. V'yedaber Moshe lifnei Adonai, and Moses said before God, before Adonai, Lamor, saying, Hen bnei Yisrael lo shamu Eli. Behold, the children of Israel don't listen to me. Ve'ech yishme'eni paro. How is Pharaoh going to listen to me? Ve'ani aral sifatayim, and I have closed lips. Ve'yedaber Adonai el Moshe, ve'el Aharon, and Adonai spoke to Moses and to Aaron, v'yitzavim el bnei Israel, charging them to speak to the children of Israel, the el paro, and to Pharaoh, Melech Mitzrayim, the king of Egypt, L'hotzi et bnei Yisrael, to bring out the children of Israel, me eretz Mitzrayim, from the land of Egypt.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam notah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. And Peggy and Jerry, I know that time is going fast, but 50 years.
50 years.
I thought we just did the ceremony here on this bima. It was only 3 or 4 years ago.
That's true.
But 50 is the time for another blessing and a special Misha Berach. Misha Berach, Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak veYaakov, Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless around their golden anniversary, this sacred jubilee, the spouses Jerry and Peggy Klein. O God, eternal source of blessing, we turn to you in gratitude for the strength and devotion that have preserved and sustained Peggy and Jerry and permitted them to reach this hour. They look back upon the years that have passed since they first pledged themselves to one another. Many and varied have been their experiences since that day. They recall the joys that graced their days with light and beauty. They also remember the dark storms that shook them. In joys and trials alike, O God, you have been with them, so may you continue to be with them, guiding and sustaining them in the years to come. Peggy and Jerry, may God bless you with health and contentment in the circle of your family and all your loved ones near and far. Together we say, Amen.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you so much. I'm not going to come close to you. No, you might come close to me.
We invite our Torah. For those who are able to rise, the Torah itself will be raised. V'zota Torah, the bottom of page 307.
V'zota Torah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael. O pi Adonai v'yad Moshe. Lai 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 lai. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
We remain standing as the Torah is now returned to the ark. Its time key will be found bottom of page 374.
Eitz Chaim hi, l'makaz
Please be seated. Each Shabbat, we pray on behalf of dear ones within and beyond our congregational family who are ill and in need of healing. We voice the hope that they might know comfort and support, that they are not forgotten nor forsaken. I invite you now to raise your hand, and after I silently acknowledge you, speak the names of those persons not on our prayer list for whom likewise we should pray this Shabbat. Let us likewise be mindful of the caregivers and dear ones who help to support their family members and all in need of healing. Ceremony of officially giving her Hebrew name to Lily Sleepoy. Lily, I'm going to invite you up with your parents. And tell you what, Lily, so that everybody can see you, I'm going to we'll ask you to stand right here. And carrying forward a sacred tradition within our people Israel, reaffirming another link in the covenant commanded to 1,000 generations, we bestow her Hebrew name upon Lily. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hachnisa b'ivrit Avraham Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu kayem et hayalda hazot la'aviha ul'ima v'yukra shema b'Yisrael Chana Shmuela bat Eliezer u'Menucha. Our God and God of our fathers and mothers, continue to sustain this daughter through her parents' loving care. Let her be known among our people Israel by the name Chana Shmuela bat Eliezer u'Menucha. You can figure out who is Eliezer and who is Menucha. May Lily's Hebrew name be a source of pride to her and inspire her to serve our people and humankind. May her family continue to rejoice in her growth of body and soul. May Chana Shmuela's hands and heart be faithful in serving God, and may her generations also exclaim the wonder and awe of such sacred moments. And let us all say,
Amen.
And Marcy and Bill, I'm going to ask that you read.
Our dear daughter, may you live to see your world fulfilled. May your destiny be for worlds still to come. May you trust in generations past and yet to be. May your heart be filled with intuition and your words with insight. May songs of praise ever be on your tongue, and your face reflect the brightness of the heavens. May your lips ever speak wisdom, and your fulfillment be in righteousness, even as you yearn to hear the words of the holy ancient one of old.
And Lily, there's a custom that every 7 years we study the Talmud, and we go through the entire Talmud page by page over a course of 7 years. This week, the readings which we had in the Talmud for this week, which coincides with your birthday, happen to be that very reading which your parents just read. Now, there's a statement incidentally, anybody else wants to study a page of Talmud a day? It's very easy. Just email me. I'll send you the website where you can go there. And at 5 a.m. every morning, you get the link comes through. Now, Lily, there is a statement in Judaism: a good name is better than precious oil. It loses a lot in the translation. The Hebrew better captures the width. Shem Tov, a good name, Mishemen Tov, than precious oil. Considering that precious oil, anointing oil, is the very symbol of redemption of a better time, the statement is to convey deep significance, pardon the pun, but namely, ours is the tradition teaching that nothing, absolutely nothing exceeds a good name. Through our names, we are remembered and we remember. Linda, aka in Hebrew Shira, meaning song or poetry. And I want to emphasize again that names are a big deal, and that naming ceremonies are a big deal. Shakespeare conjectured that a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Clearly, he had in mind the Hebrew word very. But this isn't actually the case when it comes to our identity. For our names bespeak influences and hopes. As the Torah begins, the first thing that the first person does, the first thing that Adam does, is name things. Because with names, we establish connections, and we order, and we classify. Lily, you sat with your folks in my study. It was with a similar sense of intent that your own Hebrew name was chosen. Your paternal grandmother, Arlene, whose Hebrew name was Hannah, connects you back to your own generations. I'm told that Arlene was sweet and kind, and because of her health ailment, quiet. And while she only knew you as a baby, she'd not only be proud of the person you've become, but thrilled to have your two names linked, one to the other. I also learned about Sam Niedorf, your great-grandfather on your mom's side from Bialystok, and as we were speaking about, clearly a larger-than-life figure, who was out of Europe, and when the war began, became the sole person in his family to survive the Shoah. Despite his personal trauma, he managed to be a joyful man who delighted in his family and friends. With the name Shmuela, you not only carry Sam's legacy, but the determination to honor those who came before us by making the most of our lives. And should you go back, and we go back further in time, Chana Shmuela, there's the original Hebrew meanings and contexts of your name. Chana translates as grace, that is, in being fortunate. It's also the name of one of the Bible's greatest heroines. Chana was easy to love, and her husband was deeply devoted to her. A person of resolve, she overcame the rivalries and obstacles in her life to make a singular contribution to our people. Coincidentally, Shmuel, God hears, feminine form, Shmuelah, was Hannah's son. He was groomed for leadership from early on. His insightful warning against the evils of tyranny are preserved in the Bible, in a scroll, in a book named for him, the Book of Samuel. Were our nation more biblically literate, they might well make Samuel's words, Shmuel's words, might well make an appearance in the current Senate trial. Hannah and the birth of Shmuel are read in synagogue each Rosh Hashanah day 1 morning. So you will never get bored during the Haftarah. It's talking about the names that you two bear. Lily, Chana Shmuela, with your own welcoming smile and native intelligence, your own determination and interest in Judaism, we see that you are aptly named. At this sacred moment, with these names now official, we pray you will continue to go and grow from strength to strength. With this hope, highlighting the significance of the moment, Linda and I offer you our people's inmost blessing, the blessing of the Torah, the Birkat HaKohanim.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's presence be with you and give you peace.
Amen.
And you get out so and be this God's will. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us, and brought us to this milestone moment.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, elanu.
Linda and the choir have another thing to say about our ongoing connection of generation to generation. And Lisa, our president and birthday girl, would say about our certificate for you, Lily, that it is... There you go.
And the title of this piece is L'Dor Vador, from generation to generation, which is where how your name got handed down to you. So it's very special.
So names are there to be used. So Chana Shmuela, we'll invite you forward to open our ark. Page 586, we rise for the Aleinu. The Aleinu that we chant is the second paragraph down on the page.
Aleinu l'shabeach lahadon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הברצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Please be seated, page 591.
נאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Page 598. We now call to mind our own beloved dead. I ask that those in mourning or remembering the anniversary of the death of a loved one and who have trekked to the sanctuary during Shiva or Shloshim or for Yartzeit, should you be able, please rise when their name is mentioned during Shiva. We remember Bert Boyson, husband of Ruthie Holt. During Shloshim, Alexander Uvarov, nephew of Stephen Reps. This Shabbat, remember the anniversaries of the deaths, the Yartzeits of Ada Abramson, Celia Baum, Devorah Rose Brodsky, Charles Cohen, Ben Ferrer, Clara Gaber, Ilya Gelfand, Anita Greenberg, Samuel R. Greenblatt, Annette Hall, Florence Silverman Horn, Jacob Horn, Irving Kantrowitz, Jean S. Kaiser, Richard Krasow, Mary Pollock, Naomi M. Rearson, Cecile Rhodes, Sheila Schwartz, Harry Simon, Dorothy Greiner Strisick, Teresa Trarig, Aranka Zellinger. If there are additional names to mention for Kaddish this Shabbat, please feel free to rise and say their names now. A practice within our congregation is to further consider these people. If you're comfortable so doing, we now invite you to share with this minyan a brief reflection or reference about a dear one on our Kaddish list. Each Shabbat, we also mention 6 names amongst the 6 million murdered in the Holocaust, the Shoah. And we now remember Basia Weispaper, David Weispaper, Rachel Weispaper, Sima Weispaper, Bagdus Einhorn, and Adela Lowy. In remembrance and solidarity, and on behalf of those for whom there is no one but us to say Kaddish, we now invite all present to rise if you are able. Page 598.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon v'yomechon, Uv'chayei dekol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah m'varach le'olam olamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha b'rechu, Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, damiram be'alma v'yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya, V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'yamru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael, V'yamru Amen.
Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for blessing, and let us say,
Amen.
Please be seated. We turn to page 625 for Adon Olam.
Shall we? Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach, Yom Huledet Sameach.
Nobody says that to Linda.
Any birthdays or anniversaries tonight? Any other birthdays? Anniversaries? Jerry, I guess I know why you're not at Kala tonight with all of the 300, 400 teenagers of BBYO. But that is good news. We do have a number of students from our BBYO chapter who are tonight at the Crown Plaza in Danbury. Hopefully, I am sure, having a blast being together. Good news? Anybody have any good news to share? Lily? Oh my gosh, a fellow Aquarian. Happy birthday. Wonderful. Okay. Saturday, January 25th, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. is Torah study. Sunday, January 26th, 9:30 a.m. is religious school, and at 7 p.m. is Shiva Minyan for Bert Boyson. Monday, January 27th, Shiva Minyan for Bert Boyson will also be at 7 p.m. On Tuesday, January 28th at 11 a.m. is Rabbi's Adult Discussion Group. And on that same day, January 28th, next Tuesday, is Yingo at the Watermark. What is Yingo? Yiddish bingo, of course. This event is sponsored by our sisterhood, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. On that same afternoon at 4:15 is religious school. Friday, January 31st, a week from this evening at 7:30 p.m., Erev Shabbat services. Rebecca Rosen will be our music leader, and the Oneg that evening will be sponsored by Ivel and Ron Kovner in memory of Ron's sister, Nancy. Upcoming events, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens is February's book group selection. It's a wonderful book. I encourage you to read it and join us. Purim is coming. Orders are now being taken for Mishloach Manot and Heather's famous Hamantashen. Tonight's Oneg is sponsored by Peggy and Jerry Klein in honor of their 50th wedding anniversary, and the Silverman Sleepoy family in honor of Lily's Hebrew naming. Shabbat Shalom.
Kiddush will be found on page 123. We join together with Linda.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, b'ratzavanu. V'shabbat kodsho be'ahava ufratzon hihilanu zikaron l'mahaseh bereshit ki hu yom tehila l'mekrayei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim ki banu Biotanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hichaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat Shalom.